Look at what Great Olsamar brings as the first big off the bench. You have pretty good confidence he's going to be where he needs to be.
Yeah, he definitely has had some minutes. He's been a little bit banged up, but he's had some pretty good minutes. All right, we are going to take a break. When we get back, we'll bring you the national anthem, starting lineups, and a tip-off. We got the Bobcats back at home at Worthington Arena, Montana State. Their only home game in the month of November, coming up against Warner Pacific. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. At the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Priebe as we get set for Montana State and Warner Pacific today. It's the banner unveiling day today. They will be dropping both the men's and women's banners today in between this doubleheader. And first opportunity to take a look at the highlight and pump-up video they've got before they get the starting lineups announced on the men's side. And They got the kind of black light going right now. A decent crowd today. I know there's a lot going on this weekend with Bozeman High in a state championship, but right now playing some of those highlights from last year. There were plenty of them, and they finished in a Big Sky championship. A pretty special year for Montana State, and we are just about ready to get the starting lineups. Looks like Ford's going to be the guy in for Brown today, as Darius Brown will get a little bit of a breather. Brown's just been banged up all year coming in, so he just hasn't really been able to kind of get back fully healthy. So this will be at least a nice opportunity for him to kind of take a deep breath as he slowly continues to get healthy and 100%.
Yeah, and you definitely want him being healthy as you head into this December stretch, which is, as you called it, a gauntlet. It's going to be a stretch for the books there, as the Bobcats are going to go out on the road after this game, and they're going to play like 5 straight games on the road, come back for a couple, and then head down to Arizona. So December is going to have a lot to it, and hopefully we can get Darius healthy and get him rolling.
Yeah, they're going to need him, obviously, and he's a good player, and you can see it. Like, it's coming, you know. He's done a nice job on the glass. Really, he's been a good rebounder so far. There's a few turnovers, but, you know, Montana State's faced a lot of pressure at the start of the year. They've seen a lot of press, and for the most part, they've handled. I know the turnover numbers are a little bit up, but some of that's from that Oregon game as well.
It is, and that's just a game you almost could take off the score sheet and just play with it. When you look at the fact they're getting pressured, I think some of that relates to just they're not proven at the point guard position. They didn't get pressed last year ever because Xavier Bishop was just going to go right through it like a knife through butter. But in this case, you got a young team at the point guard position, and teams want to see what they've got, and can they take a shot at it?
All right, let's get to our starting lineups for Montana State and Danny Sprinkle. Only one change in the lineup today. That's Robert Ford III in at the point guard position. Your other 2 guards are Tyler Patterson and Raekwon Battle. In the front court, it's Jabril Bello and Sam Lekalot. Over on the other side for Warner Pacific, they've got a heck of an offensive lineup. They've got a very guard-heavy lineup as well. First of all, in the backcourt, Isaac Eder, who's averaging 19 points per game. They've got Darius Trailers averaging 9 points, 8 rebounds per contest. Number 11, Thomas Miles, 22 points, 8 rebounds on 51% shooting. You have Dakota Reber, who's in closer to a front court guy at 6'6", and then Caleb Tyree Morgan is their starting 5. So that is the starting lineup for these 2 squads. Montana State coming in at 1-2. Warner Pacific coming in at 2-2. Montana State in the home whites with the blue and gold trim coming down the side of the shorts. Blue and gold font across the chest. It's same for the numbers and on the front and the back. For Warner Pacific, they're in some black Jumpman uniforms with kind of a Carolina blue trim coming down the rib cage and the side of the shorts. They've got the interlocked WP logo right on the front, kind of squarely on the chest with the baby blue numbers on the front and the back. All right, we are ready for our prime lending tip-off. The ball is tossed in the air, and Jabril Bello has one of the easier tips he'll win all year. And here we go from the brick. Montana State at home for the first time this season, the only time in November. Raekwon Battle bounces it into Bello. He draws a double, kicks it back out to Battle. Left corner 3. That's a little bit short. Fight for the rebound, won by Warner Pacific. Pushed ahead quickly out to the front court. Trailer slows it down over on the right corner. Lobs it out to the top of the key, and Eder sets it up for Warner Pacific. The Knights coming over from Oregon. They're in Portland, Oregon, an NAIA program. Tossed over to the left side for Miles. He drives down to the left baseline, stops, and an offensive foul. Tried to shove Battle off a little bit. First foul on Thomas Miles.
Nice defensive play there by Raekwon Battle. Gets over the top of the double screen with the big, squares him up, takes it in the chest, and draws a nice first personal foul on the Knights.
And, you know, that's something we talked about with Battle. What was he going to bring to the table defensively? So far, he's brought a lot. Montana State with the basketball. Lekalot has it up at the top of the key. Gives it over to Patterson on the right wing. Into the post, Bello. Back to the basket. Spins and jams it home with 2 hands. Jabril Bello, his first 2 points of the day.
Yeah, and that's going to be an advantage. Warner Pacific trying to send the double team off the passer. He's not getting there nearly quick enough. As long as Bello makes a quick move, he's going to score all night.
Warner Pacific with the basketball going to the rack. That's a block. Jabril Bello is there to reject it and turn it away. Here comes Montana State. Sam Lekalot going to the cup. Righty layup. That's good. Sam Lekalot, his first 2 points. Montana State up 4-0, just over a minute into the ball game against Warner Pacific.
And you like that both points are coming in the paint here, not settling for jump shots right now, attacking the smaller team.
Out to the top. Warner Pacific with the basketball. Morgan on the drive. Lost the handle on it. They turn it over. Cats pick it up. Ahead to Ford across the half-court line. Out to the left corner, Patterson. Now into the post, Bello in deep, dropped it, picks it back up, puts it up with the right hand, no good. Ooh, it draws the foul. Just got to drop that ball. He was in pretty deep. That really wasn't the position he was looking for.
Yeah, he was almost too deep. It was too easy. He caught the ball head under the rim, had to try to go out the other side. Little contact knocked him off balance, but he'll get a shot to earn him at the line.
So Bello going to the stripe. It's been a little bit of a slow start for Jabril Bello so far this year. So far, 36% from the field, 5 points, 3 boards. First free throw for Bello. And that is good. Boy, it gets quiet in here for those free throws. You got to be careful. You know, I don't really believe in a broadcaster jinx, but if the player can hear you, that's different.
I hate to tell you, but I think that broadcaster jinx is legit. I don't ever want to talk about guys making or missing free throws. Just knock them in.
Bello puts the second up, and that is good. 4 points for Jabril Bello in the early going. Montana State up 6-0 against Warner Pacific. 18:20 to play in the first half. Pacific with the basketball to our right. Lob over to the left wing for Miles. Works his way right to the top of the key. Picks up the dribble and gets rid of it to Morgan. Back over to the left wing, Miles. Back to Morgan, still around the perimeter. Out on the right wing, Eder. 7 to shoot. Eder to the top, turns the corner, pulls up at the elbow, tries to get rid of it with 3 to shoot. Now driving the baseline, 1 falling away, a whistle and a travel. That was Thomas Miles driving the baseline after that quick pass. And a nice job by Tyler Patterson kind of pulling the chair out from underneath him.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, I really like the focus on the defensive end right now. All 5 guys are talking. They're moving well. They're getting their switches aligned quickly, squaring guys up, not giving any room for penetration.
17:45 to play in the first half. Montana State up 6-0. Bello back in the post, bobbles, goes up, got blocked, and foul. They're just going straight to Jabril Bello. It's such a mismatch right now. First foul on Isaac Eder, his first. And that'll send Bello back to the line.
Yeah, and the Bobcats obviously have a tremendous size advantage. It's not just Bello, it's Lekalot, it's Osabar. Even Caleb Fuller is probably going to be bigger than any guy that Warner Pacific puts out there. But you still got to catch it clean, make a quick move, and finish, and that's what you want to get going.
First free throw is no good. I feel like we get into a golf tone when we get this silent with this crowd. We're pretty loud people, so if we talk too loud, people will hear us.
That's right.
Next shot is up and good. Slicing through the silence and the air conditioning, or heater. I guess today's a heater type day. Warner Pacific with the basketball. Montana State up 7-0. 17:35 to play in the first half. Trailer has it out on the right wing for the Knights. Hands off up top for Eder. Tries to turn the corner, and Patterson is there. Now a crossover, step back 3 ball, and that's good. Isaac Eder. That's a smooth shot. He's 40% from downtown, and those are the first 3 points for Warner Pacific. Cats up 7-3.
Yeah, Bobcats come out 7-0, but Patterson's right there as Eder takes that 3. He just knocked it down.
Bounce into the post, Bello to the cup, and jams it home again with 2 hands. Second field goal for Jabril Bello today. He's also got 3 free throws on the evening. 3 minutes into the game, Cats up 9-3 over the Knights.
Bello's at his season average 3 minutes in. That's a good sign for Montana State.
Out to the top of the key, the ball wrapped around over to the left wing. Trailer crossing over, lost his footing a bit, tries the pass, got tipped, recovered into the left corner, and that 3 ball is good. Isaac Eder is there. Raekwon Battle got a hand on that basketball, and then after a funny bounce, it ended up as an open look for Isaac Eder, who's got 2 threes in the early going. Back into the post, Bello spins left shoulder, righty floater, no. Rebound tipped out and won by Warner Pacific. Just kind of banged off the inside of the iron that time. Now quickly rushing the other way, Trailer gets inside, hands it off. That's a block and a foul on Sam Lekalot. Dakota Reber was going to the rack, and Lekalot with the foul, his first.
Pretty good transition possession there for Warner Pacific. 1 quick pass after the outlet gets him in the attacking zone, and then go to the rim hard, draw the foul. Like to see, if you're the offensive team, you like to see that finish, but you'll take the free throws.
First free throw is good. Dakota Reber with his first point. He's only scored 20 points this year in their first 4 games, so for Warner Pacific, this is their 5th game this season. They're 2-2 so far. Next shot is up and good. Second free throw for Dakota Reber. Montana State now leading 9-8, 16-21 to play in the first half, and Warner Pacific able to hang around a little bit early because of a couple of three-point shots. Bello hands it off to Ford on the left wing. Darius Brown getting the night off with an injury. Patterson on the right wing bounces into the post. That is tipped, and a foul is called. Where are we going with that? There was two guys there trying to deny, and it will go against Dakota Reber.
14 foul already. You're 4 minutes in. Bobcats are going to get an opportunity to shoot a lot of free throws if they continue to stay in attack mode.
Cats inbound from underneath the basket. Tyler Patterson hauls it in and then hands it off to Ford. He takes it up to the top of the key, comes right around the screen, throws back left. Lecolot for three. That's good. Sam Lecolot putting it home. He's got 5. Cats up 12-8, 15:54 to play in the first half. Nice shot by Sam Lecolot, who's getting going. He's now 4 of 5 this season, all from beyond the arc, and now a foul away from the basketball. And that's going to go on Thomas Miles on Warner Pacific, his second, and that will take us to a timeout. So we will pause from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State leading 12-8 over Warner Pacific, 15:46 to play in the first half. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Interstate Bank broadcast position. I'm Keaton Glogly alongside Brian Preby. Montana State up 12-8 over Warner Pacific. 15:46 to play in the first half. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to help us reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. For Montana State so far in the early going, they have 1 3-point field goal from Sam Lecolot. That's presented by Wendy's. For the Cats, 3 assists on 4 field goals so far. All assists are presented by Aware Mental Health Services. Montana State basketball, Caleb Fuller checked into the ball game along with Patrick McMahon as Robert Ford runs the point for Montana State. Cats have the basketball to our left in the home white uniforms in their first and only home game this month. Raekwon Battle bounces it over to Ford on the right side. Beyond the arc, throws up to the top for Battle. Around into the left corner. Fuller drives the baseline, gets cut off, gets rid of it into the middle of the lane Lecolot. He kicks it out to the right corner. McMahon going to the rack. He got blocked. Loose ball picked up, and Sam Lecolot's able to finish with the right hand. Nicely done by Sam Lecolot, who's off to a hot start. He's got 7 points in the early going.
Yeah, Lecolot and Jabril Bello have all 14 for the Bobcats, 7 each. So your front line comes out scoring here tonight.
Yeah, not too surprised when you look at some of the size difference. Here's a left wing 3, and that falls in. Isaac Adder, another 3. He's got 3 trays in the first half. Wow.
Yeah, he can shoot the ball, and he is not afraid to pull from deep. That was an NBA level 3. He was 4 or 5 feet behind the line.
Came in 10 of 25 this season. Battle trying to respond. That's too strong from the top of the key, but an offensive rebound by Ford. Bounce into the post, left side Fuller. Spins right shoulder as he gets double teamed, had it tipped free, and that ball's going the other way. A turnover by Montana State. Their second.
Yeah, and these Bobcat bigs have got to understand Warner Pacific has to send a double every time, so they're coming immediately on the catch. Your move has got to be very, very quick, or you got to look to kick it back out, repost, catch it deeper, and attack again.
Warner Pacific with the basketball. They work from left to right. Cade Baker takes it out to the right wing. He stumbled, got his feet tied up with battle a little bit, no call. Picked back up by Warner Pacific, and they will reset. Wrapped around over to the left wing. Reber has the dribble beyond the arc. Now hands it off at the top. Eder works his way to the left wing, tries to drive, pulls up with a runner off the heel of the iron. That's no good. Rebound tip and won by Caleb Fuller. Hand off to Ford, who takes it down the left sideline. Fires over to the right corner. McMahon working on the right baseline, back and down, spins mid-post, jumper, good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Smooth finish by Patrick McMahon. His first 2 points today, comes in averaging a little over 4 points with 3 boards in the early going this season.
Yeah, nice move there. Couple dribbles, collects himself. Doesn't probably need to fade away against a smaller player, but does.
Now right wing 3 attempts, no good for the Knights, and Caleb Fuller clears the rebound. Montana State moving from right to left. Battle on the drive from the right wing, going to the rack, got doubled. We got a whistle and a jump ball. Good call. 2 guys came over there and wrapped up the rock. Well, it really looked like Battle had a path there, but nice job by Warner Pacific closing it up quick. 13:39 to play in the first half. Montana State up 16-11. Rocky Mountain Credit Union supporting Bobcat wins for over 75 years and counting. By members' choice, this financial institution is not federally insured. Each account is assured up to $250,000. Warner Pacific with the basketball, moving from left to right. They're in the road black uniforms, coming over from Portland, Oregon. Out at the top of the key, Eder's got it. Crossing over against Fuller, gets to the free throw line, kicks out to the left wing, pumps the 3, works his way to the elbow. We got a whistle and a hand check foul going on Patrick McMahon, his first.
Yeah, McMahon just a little bit late on that closeout, and then when the penetration occurred, he just had to run into him, try and stop it with his body. Pretty easy call for the official.
Warner Pacific with the basketball. They've got it at the top, working to the right. Eder throws it over to the left elbow, then out to the left wing. Catch and shoot 3 balls up. That is no good. Wide open look, and Sam Lecolot able to corral the rebound. Hand off now to Jed Miller getting into the ball game, who made his season debut at Oregon. Around to Gonzalez on the left wing. His pass into the post, tipped free and out of bounds. So right now, Warner Pacific, they're kind of hanging around. Cats up 16-11 with 13 minutes to go, but Warner Pacific doesn't look like they're shying away at all.
No, this is a team that's already played Gonzaga, so they've experienced a bigger, more athletic team. They're not afraid of that. That part is old hat for them. Bobcats just need to be a little sharper on offense, a little crisper with their passing, a little tougher with their cuts and screens.
Bello throws out to Jed Miller on the right wing, run to the point, out to Gonzalez on the left side, beyond the arc, 4 to shoot, got to go here. Gonzalez on the drive, gets mid-post, turns, fires that jumper too strong off the back iron, and Warner Pacific has the rebound. Here they come the other way, going to the rack, we got a whistle, and that's a charge. Jed Miller was there to take it against Isaac Eder, who picks up his second foul. Nicely done by the freshman from California.
Really nice play by the freshman there. Got himself in a good position. And that's a second foul, if I'm not mistaken,
Correct,
on Eder. That's a big thing for Warner Pacific. Their leading scorer, 23 a game. And right now he's got 9. He was on pace for a whole lot more than 23, but he's going to have to take some time on the bench now.
Looks like Josiah Castillo's going to check in. He got his first start of the year last time out, but looks like he's going to be the one to take over. Here's Miller up at the top, over to Gonzalez on the left wing. Back up to Miller and around to Fuller beyond the arc right side. Cats with the basketball, leading by 5. Still just moving it around the perimeter, 9 to shoot. Miller to the elbow, kicks back out into the right corner. McMahon, 5, crosses over 4, tries a long fall away 2. That's no good, and Warner Pacific has the rebound. A low percentage shot that time by the Cats, and now Eder on the drive, kicks into the left corner. Here's a 3. In and out. Miller clears the rebound, and he's running from right to left, trying to keep numbers. Down to Gonzalez, going to the cup, puts it up, no. And the rebound grabbed by Warner Pacific. They really hustled back and were able to deter that shot. Gorski hands it off on the right wing. Another 3 is up. That one's no good. Montana State collects the rebound. They push ahead. McMahon in transition, going right to the cup. Righty layup is good. What a dime from Miller, and he finds McMahon in stride.
Miller making an impact here. He's going to have to play a lot of minutes tonight with Robert Ford being a guy that's not going to be able to play 40 minutes at this point.
That's a heck of an assist presented by Aware Mental Health Services. Montana State up 18-11 over Warner Pacific, 11:29 to go in the first half. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Priebe as the Cats today lead 18-11 over Warner Pacific, 11:29 to play in the first half. All right, Brian, your first chance to kind of get eyes on these guys this season since they've been on the road. What are your impressions of the first 8.5 minutes?
Yeah, right now you see just really consistent effort defensively, a lot of talk, a lot of movement. Really good things there, rebounding really well. Offensively, we've seen some highs and some lows. Started really well, went through a pretty big lull there. Jed Miller's come in, he's given them a little bit of a lift offensively and kind of picked that tempo back up. It's going to be interesting this year with this team, how fast they can play. A year ago, they played lightning fast. A bunch of veteran perimeter guys that have been around for even 6 years. This group's got to prove that, but you'd like to be in a position to play fast if you can.
Warner Pacific with the basketball. They work offensively to our right. They're knocking down the three today, 3 of 7. Now we got a whistle and a hand check foul going against Caleb Fuller. That's his first. This game is brought to you by the Montana State Fund, covering Montana's workers with workers' comp and safety know-how. Workplace safety, you're naked without it. More at safemt.com. Warner Pacific will inbound to the right sideline in their own offensive zone. Castillo tosses it into the backcourt for Cade Baker. Baker out to the right wing, works his way up to the top, comes back to the free throw line, crosses over, tries a jumper, that is short, and the rebound grabbed by Jabril Bello. Didn't fall, but that was another open look. Warner's had a number of those so far in the early going of this ball game. Here's Gonzalez out to Fuller, skip pass into the right corner, McMahon. Up to the top, Miller, catch and shoot three. That's short, rebound, battled, won by Jabril Bello. He's down to the right baseline, double, trying to get rid of the ball, and does. The Cats reset from beyond the arc. Miller on the drive, now kicks it down, out to the right corner, McMahon, wide open three, no, that's short, long rebound, McMahon hustling for it, and he wins it in the backcourt. Great hustle by McMahon. He's got the ball, gives down to Bello, goes to the rack and draws the fouls. He went up for the slam, and Bello will go to the line. So a couple of good looks there that didn't fall, and that might be kind of the example that we've seen that Danny's pointed to this year.
Yeah, you've had a team this year that's had open looks. I mean, McMahon's three, Bello should have got an assist there. Doesn't happen, it's short, and it seems like more of their misses than anything have been short throughout the first 4 games here, or three and a quarter games of this season.
That sends Jabril Bello back to the line. He's getting there a lot today. And the first shot is short. So far, Bello today, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. And on the other side, we're seeing some open looks for Warner Pacific right now.
Yeah, they're a quick team. They got smaller guys. You look right out there right now. I don't think they've got a guy over 6'4" on the court. So each Bobcat's got to move and really anticipate what's happening, be alert and talk it out to keep them out of the paint, to keep them from open looks.
Bello splits the pair, so he's up to 8 points today. That's a team high. Like a lot, second on the squad with 7. The game high is Isaac Etter. He's got 9 for Warner Pacific. Warner Pacific Knights with the ball. Right wing three from Castillo. That is in and out. And Caleb Fuller grabs the rebound. He gives it out to Ford, who takes it across the timeline to Gonzalez. Tries a rhythm three. That's no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, going to Warner Pacific. Quick three early in that shot clock. Didn't fall. 10-14 to go in the first half. Montana State up 19-11.
Yeah, not the best offensive possessions. Even though Nick's got a decent look there, you like to be attacking the rim against a smaller team that's not as athletic as your squad.
Warner Pacific with the ball. Baker tried to find space on the drive, goes up with the right hand. That's no good. Gonzalez was there with the defense. Bello with the rebound. Here comes Montana State with 10 minutes left in the first half. Into the right corner, McMahon drives the baseline, puts up a floater, and that rims home. Patrick McMahon with 6 points. Cats up 21-11, their largest lead of the day. 9:45 to play in the first half.
McMahon being pretty aggressive offensively here has given this second unit a pretty good look in terms of being able to score the ball.
He hasn't played a ton, but when he's been out there, he's definitely brought the energy. He's been fun to watch. Out at the top of the key, working toward the left wing, now driving into the mid-post. Gorski, fall away Jay, no, and Fuller high points the rebound, getting up there. Montana State moving from right to left. Ford takes it out to the left wing. He'll slow it down with the Cats up 10. Up to Fuller at the top. Drives, gets into the lane, kicks out to the right corner, and it was a bad pass, a little low. Gonzalez had it kind of slip through his hands as it was between his feet. Another turnover by Montana State. That'll be their fifth turnover so far.
Yeah, and that's not a number you feel awesome about.
Scratch that, sorry. That was 3 for Montana State. It's 5 for Warner Pacific.
Yeah, and the Bobcats are shooting a little better tonight, 44%, even though they've missed a few. Shooting the three, not as well, 1 for 6, but they have gotten to the free throw line, which is something they've done about twice as often as their opponents so far, which is pretty incredible considering you've played 3 road games.
Baker, bounce pass over to the right wing. Miles gets rid of it into the right corner. Quick trigger 3. That's good from the right corner by Caleb Tyree Morgan. He's got his first 3 points today, and he's coming off a season-high 11. Now into the post, a foul. Bello is fouled down to the front court. That'll go on Sasha Lutt out of Ukraine. And Jabril Bello going back to the line. Should be a 1-and-1. Is it 2 or 1?
We'll see here with the official calls. I thought
they called 1-and-1.
Yeah, I thought it was on the ground. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. Sometimes you're just too locked in. You're going to catch the little ones, the little mistakes. First free throw from Bello on the front end. That is good. It's been kind of funny, you know, there's been a couple of times on the road where the officials have been a little confused on, do we need to go to a media timeout here or there? You can kind of feel everybody kind of getting their feet wet and finding their balance early in the season.
Yeah, everybody's getting in shape. Everybody's getting there, even the officials.
Next shot from Bello is through. Swirls it home, and Jabril Bello has a double-digit first half. Give him 10. Cats up 23-14, 8:40 to play in the first half. Warner Pacific with the basketball to our right. They're calling Cardsbend the 3. They've hit 4 of them so far. Out of the left wing. Baker on the drive into the lane. Draws a double. Gets rid of it out to the right corner. Castillo works his way left. Gets into the lane. Has to toss it back out to the top for Morgan. Now he's got the dribble against Bello. Gets rid of it to the left wing. Only 4 to shoot. Here's a topside deep 3. Bricked off the window. Lekalot grabs the carom and the rebound. Danny Sprinkle urging him to go. Up to the top, Lekalot. Bounce into the post. Bello draws the double, goes up, lays it through contact. That's good. Give Bello a dozen today.
Yeah, Jabril's moving better than he was moving just even 2 weeks ago. You can see he just seems to be getting his rhythm a little bit. It's good to have an opponent that's going to let you do that.
Castillo tosses it out to the top for Baker. Slings it around to the left wing, Miles. And over to the right wing. Here's a wide open 3 again. That is short. And that bounces out of bounds. There have been a lot of open looks for Warner Pacific. This score easily could look a little different. We're going to take a break from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State 25, Warner Pacific 14. 7:38 to play in the first half. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. I'm Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Priebe. John O'Connor is back in the studio today. Cats lead 25-14 over Warner Pacific. 7:38 to play in the first half. Join Champs New Kids Club presented by Billings Clinic Bozeman. Your $25 membership fee gets you game tickets, Bobcat gear, and more. Sign up today at msubobcats.com/Champs Kids Club. All right, Brian, what are you seeing?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously just the physical size and athleticism difference is pretty massive. Warner Pacific here is going to jump into a little 1-2-2 zone, and I would imagine they're going to stay with it a lot here the rest of the way out. The Bobcats, though, out-rebounding Warner Pacific by 10.
Alley-oop. Raekwon Battle putting it down with two hands on the left side on the dime from Robert Ford, who was out on the right wing. So it was Ford from the right wing down to Battle on the left block, and Battle went up, snagged it, and jammed it home with two hands. That's a way to get your first 2 points of the day. Now a drive from the right wing, cut off, step back three ball right side. That's good. Ooh, that's a tough finish from Thomas Miles for his first 3 points. 10-point game, Cats up 27-17. 7 minutes to play in the first half.
It's crazy. We're 13 minutes into this game. Warner Pacific is yet to make a 2-point field goal.
Out at the top. It's given to Battle left corner. Up to the top of the key. Around to Patterson. Catch and shoot. Right wing three. That's short. Bello the rebound to the left block. The Cats can reset. Out to Ford. Back to Bello. Repost. One dribble. Up. And the jam. Put his hips right into the defender and rattles the rim with a two-hand slam. 14 points for Bello. 6:25 to play in the first half. Warner Pacific with the basketball, down 29-17. On the drive, handoff down to the left block. No, nobody was there. A turnover by Thomas Miles. It'll be Montana State basketball.
Yeah, Bobcats just are so much more physically imposing on the front line. You look at Battle 6'6", Patterson 6'7", Bellows 6'10", Lekalot 6'9". I mean, it's just a way different deal for Warner Pacific than they're going to see the rest of the season.
Bello out on the left elbow. Hands off to Patterson, coming around to screen, and lost the handle on it. And then Warner Pacific trying to push the tempo the other way, and it's turned over. So they were trying to run it out after the turnover and couldn't do so. So back to Montana State.
Yeah, points in the paint right now, 16 zip. Warner Pacific cannot believe they've not made a 2-point field goal. I mean, 14 minutes. They are 5 for 17 from the field, 0 for 5 from 2, 5 for 12 from 3. They're shooting 42 from 3, but they're only shooting 29 from the field.
Montana State with the basketball. 6 minutes to play in the first half. Handoff to Battle coming off a screen. Spins into the lane, going to the cup, floats it up off the window and in. Raekwon Battle, what a finish. He's got 4 points in the first half. Really just kind of hovered in the air, absorbed the contact, and used a little touch to push it off the window and in. 5:40 to play in the first half. Montana State up 31-17 over Warner Pacific. Warner Pacific slowing it down. Eder, step back left side two. That's no good from near the elbow. Montana State has the rebound and they're running. Forward out to the left wing, weaves into the lane. Tries to hand it off underneath, got tipped. That ball is loose and a turnover by Montana State. Castillo the other way, out to the left wing. Bounce into left corner, here's a three. That is no good. And the rebound won by Caleb Fuller. Montana State from right to left into Lekalot, and he tried to thread the needle. That was no good. Turnover. Warner Pacific trying to come the other way, and they've got a 3-on-0, and a jam is home from Dakota Reber. So he picks up 4 points on the two-hand dunk. A couple of mistakes there by Montana State.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers by your point guard is going to give your point guard a seat on the bench. There's no excuse for that. Ford's got to take better care of the ball.
Lekalot foul going up down to the right block, so Lekalot will go to the line for a couple of free throws. That foul is on Dakota Reber. That'll be his second. So Lekalot going to the line. Sam Lekalot so far, the Sheridan, Wyoming native. He's got 7 points in the early going, knocking down a couple of tough shots. So far he's 3 for 4 from the free throw line this year. The first free throw is good. Be sure to stick around after the ball game today. We will bring you some of the banner unveiling. So they're unveiling both the men's and women's banners before the women take on North Dakota. So women will take on North Dakota right after this game. Daniel Sally will have the call. Lekalot puts in that free throw, so he knocks them both down. Sam Lekalot having a nice first half. He's up to 9 points. 4:45 to play in the first half. Montana State leading 33-19 over Warner Pacific. Morgan hands it off on the left wing. Now up to the top, over to the right wing. Warren gets rid of it. 10 to shoot. Thrown over to Miles, left side, up to the top. Here's a three. That is good. Thomas Miles, his second three of the day. 11-point game, Montana State in front. Warner Pacific still getting some good looks from three. Fuller on the drive from the right wing, and the finger roll is in. Smooth take by Caleb Fuller. So big, he chews up so much ground, stepping in from beyond the arc. Now quickly the other way, Eder floats it up and in on the left block. Raekwon Battle sold out defensively to try to knock it away. Nearly did so, but a rare two-point field goal there, second now. Battle on the left wing for Montana State. Cats up 35-24. 3:50 to play in the first half. Miller up to Patterson at the top. Goes to Fuller on the right wing. He tries a three ball. That's short, and the rebound corralled by Warner Pacific. Eder weaves his way into the front court, out to the right wing. Miles, right wing three, that is short. Long rebound tipped out to the left wing. Morgan, his three, that's no good. Another offensive rebound, and that is in. And a timeout called by Danny Sprinkle. Too easy for Warner Pacific, and Sprinkle is going to take a timeout here presented by Prime Lending. That'll take us to a break as well from the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 3:28 to play in the first half. Montana State up 35-26 over Warner Pacific. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Their agents know you need flexibility and choice when it comes.
Know what's below. Tap, click, or call 811 before you dig. Brought to you by Montana811.org. 3:28 to play in the first half. Montana State up 35-26 over Warner Pacific. And well, really, Brian, I mean, the scoreboard, I guess, looks fine. You're up 9. You'd like to be up a little bit more than that right now, but Cats have made some mistakes.
Yeah, it was a tough stretch right there offensively. You just saw too many careless plays on both ends of the floor. Just relaxed a little bit, which, you get up 15 against a small team that you know you're better than, and that's a natural tendency. The mature team is going to push through that, and usually it comes from your point guard play. And right now, that's just an area that hasn't been as good as it needs to be tonight. That's all right. It's early in the season. It's part of growing and getting people in new roles.
Handoff on the right wing, up to the top for McMahon. Back to Ford, who curls up to the top of the key with the dribble. Gives to Bello, way out high. Handoff Gonzalez on the right wing. Picks up the dribble and gives to McMahon with 10 to shoot at the top. Over the left wing. Kolsiak out to the top. Works his way left. Gets down into the block. Going to the rack. Got blocked underneath. And Warner Pacific has it. And then it's taken away by Robert Ford. Ford takes it up to the top and resets. Into the left corner. Back to Ford. Drives from the left wing. Stops. Kicks up to the top. Around to the right wing. Back up to the top for Ford. He lines up a three ball. Got it. Robert Ford bouncing right back and knocking it home with a three ball. His first 3 points today. He had started the year just 1 of 9 from downtown. That's his second of the season.
Yeah, and I thought that was a great possession. A lot of touches. That ball moves side to side 3 times. Ford gets the steal on the offensive rebound and then finds himself open, gets a good feet set look from 3.
Now Morgan, an open 3, came up short, hit the outside of the net, and now we've got a whistle, and that ball is out of bounds.
They're going to call.
Oh, no, they are.
They're going to call foul on the rebound, I think.
Vincent Warren, number 23 of Warner Pacific, picking up that foul. Kind of took for granted that thing was just going to land out of bounds because he kind of shorted it. So with that foul, that'll move the whole operation all the way down the floor, and Nick Gazales will go to the line. Serving all your garage door needs, DoorTech is raising the door on quality. Gazales at the stripe, lines it up. First free throw is good. Nick Gazales has had kind of an interesting start to his season. He, in that Long Beach game, picked up a couple of fouls that seemed to kind of throw him off his game a little bit. Had some nice moments in the Grand Canyon game. This free throw is up and good. Now knocking down 2 free throws here. Certainly a guy on that second rotation that could be a big weapon for Montana State.
Yeah, he had a great 4-minute segment at the end of the first half there down at Grand Canyon. Really sparked the Bobcats to a really nice halftime lead. Just hasn't been able to be consistent because of his.
Miles knocks down a right wing 3 ball on a step back. That's 9 points for Thomas Miles.
Yeah, that was a step back and then a step back. That's usually a Reggie Miller level travel, but officials didn't quite see that one.
McMahon to the cup, righty layup, too short, offensive board. Bello back up with the left hand and got it to go through contact. Jabril Bello continuing to add on. He's got 16 first half points. Montana State up 42-29, 1:35 to play in the first half. A drive from the right corner, bounce along the baseline, catch is made in the left block, and the layup is good. Nice handoff underneath through traffic, and Colton Gorski picks up his first 2 points. Montana State with the ball. They work offensively to our left, leading 42-31, 1:18 to play in this first. Bello hands it off up top. Kolsiag out to the right elbow. The jumper is good. First 2 points for Luka.
Like a lot of European players, they can really shoot the basketball regardless of their size. That was a really pretty little 17-foot jump shot there for Luka.
And now Robert Ford with a steal. He's by himself in transition, right to the cup with a lefty layup. Ford with the 2 points. He's got 5 the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, 2 steals now here in this stretch. So he had a couple turnovers. Coach took him out, sat him down for about 2 minutes, and he bounced right back from it.
Ooh, an NBA 3 from Isaac Eder. Wow. I think he had his heels on the Cats logo. 4-3 for Eder. Give him 14 points in the first half, showing up when the lights are brightest. Montana State slowing it down with 20 seconds left in the first half. About a 3-second differential between the shot and game clocks. We'll have Athletic Director Leon Costello joining us at half. Montana State up 46-34. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ford to the elbow, into the lane. The runner up, rimming, no. Bello the board, and a foul. Warner Pacific called for the foul. Bello will go to the line with 4 seconds left on the clock. Second foul on Thomas Miles. Yes.
Yeah, Bello gets to add to his 16-point first half. He had 15 points in 3 road games, so good to see him catching a rhythm and getting off to a great start tonight.
First free throw is no good. At First Interstate Bank, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. Bello second. Rims around and falls off. 3 seconds left in the first half. Warner Pacific across the timeline, up to the top. Contested 3, short. And the first half comes to a close. Interwest Moving and Storage is the official moving company of the MSU Bobcats. Montana State leading 46-34 over Warner Pacific at halftime. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position after this. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Where can we grab you? We can grab one of these chairs over here.
Which side do you want?
All right.
You just let me know what you want me to do here.
Cool. All right.
You been sleeping in late, chilling this week?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's good or good. The dog's been getting up at like 4:30, 5:30.
Right.
Because then I don't go back to sleep.
Yeah.
It's a heck of a week, man.
Oh man. And it just keeps building and building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position, Montana State leading 46-34 over Warner Pacific as we get things started for the second half. Quick check of the First Interstate Bank scoreboard. First Interstate Bank, home of Bobcat Banking. Right now we've got a final. Sacramento State beats UC Merced 58-43. Northern Arizona leading UC Santa Barbara 18-14. And coming up later, Idaho State hosts Denver, and Montana has Merrimack. So that's what's going on around the Big Sky. All right, Brian, what do you want to see here in the second half?
I think the Bobcats you'd like to see a quick start. That's the number one thing. You do not want Warner Pacific to hit a couple threes, get this thing into single digits, and all of a sudden start thinking they can pull the upset. Bobcats need to push this thing to 20 right away and then kind of just put their foot on the gas and roll home. To do that, they're going to have to score offensively, and they got to take away the three. Warner Pacific 8 for 19 in that first half, 42% from three. 8 threes is too many.
Montana State with the basketball. And they could have had more with some of the open looks they had. Patrick McMahon starting the second half, fires into the post, and Bello, a reverse jam. His back was literally to the basket on the right side, and he dunked it over his own head, and he's got 18 points. Wow. Don't think I've ever quite seen a dunk just like that.
Good little set play coming out of halftime to get a good shot to your best player.
Topside three is no good. Jabril Bello rips down the rebound for Montana State. Bello's got 7 of those today. Catch the basketball to our right. Give it up to McMahon at the top. Pass inside, tipped. Bello able to high point it, makes the catch, goes up with the left hand and lays it home. It's 20 points for Jabril Bello. Yeah, Jabril Bello's got a little extra edge. His left wing three is up, no good, and McMahon has the rebound. I know he's playing a lesser competition, but he just looks a little better. Bounce into the post. Bello makes the catch and gets fouled as he was trying to go up. Are they saying that's a shot or a pass?
Interesting starting lineup here to start the second half. Danny Sprinkle doesn't go with his true starters. He goes with Ford and Gazales in the backcourt. McMahon on the wing. Luca at the 4 spot with Bello. Luca hasn't hardly seen the floor all season, so he obviously liked what he saw at the end of the first half and kind of rolled with that same group.
First free throw from Bello is good. 21 for Bello. Asabor has not gotten onto the floor today. Remember, he had rolled his ankle in that Oregon game, but then came back after that. But we have not seen him. Darius Brown has been out. This free throw is good from Bello. 22 from Jabril Bello.
Bello starts the second half 6-0. Gives his team a lift. Just what you were asking for. Push it to 18. Now get a couple more stops and get over 20.
Warner Pacific with the ball. Crossing over to the free throw line. Into the lane. And a bump and a foul. Patrick McMahon with the foul. And Thomas Miles slow to get up. He went down hard there, landing on his arm. So foul on McMahon, his second. And free throws coming. Bobcats need your support to go for the win. Donate to the Bobcat Club's 3 to Win campaign to reach our $3 million goal supporting student athletes. So that sends Thomas Miles to the line. Miles hit 3 threes in that first half. His first free throw is good, so he's up to 10 points now. Warner Pacific's shot the ball, all things considered, fairly well, though really they actually have missed a couple of open shots at times on some defensive breaks by Montana State. Next shot is up and good. 11 points for Thomas Miles, who averages 22 a game. 18:40 to play in the first half. Montana State up 52-36 over Warner Pacific. Ford has the dribble out in the left wing. And we got a foul away from the ball. Charged on Warner Pacific, and that is Caleb Tyree Morgan. Number 2 for Morgan. Montana State to inbound underneath their cup with Ford holding the basketball. Lobs to Bello on the left elbow. Gives out to Gazales on the right wing. Finds McMahon down to the right block. One dribble goes up. Got blocked from behind by the third defender. And Warner Pacific comes away with it from right to left. Bieber bounces up to the top. Header on the drive. Now steps back. High arcing 3. That's no good. And Bello corrals the rebound. His 8th. Bello's got 22 and 8 today. Now here's Ford on the drive. Gets underneath. He got blocked and fouled. Boy, he really ran into the trees there.
Yeah, he committed himself to the air before he really had anything to go. Defense had collapsed on him. He's fortunate that he drew some contact and got himself on the line. I'm not sure, seeing that replay on the big board, that he got much contact, but he got a favorable whistle and he gets to shoot.
Bobcat basketball is presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Download the McDonald's app for free. Large fries every men's Cats basketball game day. First free throw is good from Ford. Give him 6 points today. Ford was a 76% free throw shooter last year at Idaho State before the transfer. Next shot is good. 7 points for Ford today. Montana State leading 54-36. They've outscored Warner Pacific 8-2 at the start of the second half through the first 2 minutes. And off to Eder up at the top. He had 14 points in the first half. Eder on the logo, pestered by Ford. Sends it over to the right wing. Miles, bent over the waist, at the waist, draws a double, trapped on the right sideline, picks up the dribble, gets rid of it with an overhead pass, down to the baseline. That pass now picked off. Robert Ford the steal. Lobs ahead to Luca on the right wing. Back to Ford, looking for Bello. Instead, skip pass to McMahon, drives the baseline, kicks out. Left wing three. Short from Gonzalez, and the rebound grabbed by Pacific. Now the other way quickly into the lane, jump pass out to the right wing, a whistle and a charge. Ford was there to take it. The jump pass by Colton Gorski, who picks up his second.
Yeah, those are the ones that cause Coach Potts to lose his hair. You can see down there, he's not got a lot. It's like me. And that does it. When your guards leave their feet to pass, it's just an easy charge to take. There wasn't even that much contact, but Ford's in the right place. Just an easy charge.
Montana State with the basketball from left to right. Ford has it, bent at the bounce on the edge of the Cats logo at center court. Ball around to the left corner. McMahon working his way into the lane, backing down on a smaller player, gets into the middle of the paint, and hooks it up and in with the right hand. 8 points for Patrick McMahon. That's a man with a plan right there, getting into the lane.
Yeah, he's got that size advantage. That time when he drove, took his time and just was patient to get in the paint. Easy little jump hook. He's got size on his defender. He should be able to get in the paint when he wants to.
Miles with the basketball, draws a double on the left wing, bounce up to the top. Here's Morgan, wide open. That's no good on the three ball. Luca grabs the rebound, and Montana State moves from left to right. Ford along the left sideline, out to the wing, looking for the post, doesn't have it. Now to Luca, pass into the post is tipped and turned over by Montana State. Now quickly out to the right wing. Eder works his way inside. We got a whistle and a foul on Montana State. Ford picks up his first.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Eder's a good little player. He's got a couple different speeds. What makes guards really hard to defend is when they can change speeds, and he's got that little hesitation and acceleration.
And he accelerates the lane and gets there on the left side with a layup. Heck of a take by Eder, and a timeout called by Warner Pacific. All timeouts presented by Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. We'll take a break. 16-19 to go in the ballgame. Montana State up 56-38. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Real milk is a nutrient-rich product. It contains 13 essential nutrients from vitamin A to zinc, all of which are important for a healthy immune system and overall wellness. That's 13 nutrients with seemingly endless benefits. Reach for milk and make every sip count. Back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. The Cats today have 2 3-point field goals presented by Wendy's, and they have 8 assists on 20 field goals, all assists presented by Aware Mental Health Services. Montana State up 56-38 over Warner Pacific, 16-19 to play in the ballgame. Ryan, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I think the Bobcats came out ready to go in the second half, which was super important. They're up 18. They've got the ball. They got to keep the foot on the gas, though. That's what they did a little bit in the first half. They got it to 15, then they relaxed. They went back down to 8 or 9. So right now they seem to have a rhythm. And right now Danny Sprinkle is rolling with this lineup. They ended the first half well, and he has rolled with them so far here in the second.
Yeah, with Ford up at the point guard position with Gazales, McMahon, Luca, and Bello. Ford around to the right wing, Gazales. Up to the top, Ford. Around to the left wing, Luca. Over to Gazales, top side. Works his way to the left wing. We got a whistle and illegal screen on Bello. As he kind of fell onto his man. First foul on Jabril Bello. I think he had his feet probably just a little bit too wide that time. It kind of banged the knees. That hurts. If you ever played basketball, you know exactly what that feels like.
Yeah, he just got himself in a tough spot there. And like you said, when you get wider than your shoulders, the referees are looking at it. You have a tendency to take somebody out. Both guys felt it a little bit there as a kid from Warner Pacific is trying to walk it off too.
Yeah, I think that was definitely the kind of bang into the knees. It is what it is. That's hard. It hurts. So they'll be all right. Montana parents know parenting isn't easy. ParentingMontana.org provides you with a way to build the skills your child needs to be successful. ParentingMontana.org, tools for your child's success. Here's a ball for Warner Pacific. Out on the left wing, Eder. He tries the 3 ball. That rains in. Man, that kid can shoot. 5 points in the second half alone. And that was a high arcing 3. Montana State with the basketball. Out to Luca at the top. Into the right corner. Down to Bello. Triple team goes up. Lays it. No, but draws the foul. So Bello will go back to the line where he's set up camp today. This will be his 13th and 14th free throws when we come back to the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. 15:38 to play in the ball game. Montana State up 56-41 over Warner Pacific. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Among builders since 1946. 15:38 to play in the ball game. Montana State leading 56-41 over Warner Pacific. Jabril Bello, 22 points, 8 rebounds. He's heading to the stripe here. His career high is 32 points. That was at the end of the 2021 season against Sac State at home on March 6th. It was the final regular season game of the year, but the Cats actually lost that game 74-73 as Bello goes to the stripe. Brian, were you at that game? Were you working there?
I was at that game. Yeah, Jabril, I think he had about 8 dunks in that game. He was a force to be reckoned with.
First free throw is good. He's got 23 now. This is his highest offensive output since that game now. He did have a 22-point game last year. Next shot. Up. Rimming. No. And the rebound corralled by Warner Pacific. So Bello with 23 points now. He's 9 of 14 from the free throw line after that miss. Warner Pacific with the ball to our left, and it's knocked out of bounds by diving Robert Ford. Good effort and hustle by Ford.
And Raekwon Battle, Sam Leckalot both check in. Tyler Patterson checks in. So you're back to your original starting lineup now, 5 minutes into the second half. See if those guys kind of got Coach Sprinkle's message that they need to be a little more productive. Guys that are shooters got to make shots, and everybody's got to guard and rebound.
That's one of the perks of having such a deep roster. Even though all the pieces haven't really found their places yet, when you have a roster like that, you can sub guys in and out if you feel like somebody's not playing up to par. Off a screen, right elbow Jay, that's a little bit short. Offensive rebound, and then a jump ball or a foul. Ooh, I think they called a foul on Ford. I thought he got 2 hands on the ball there, but they are going to call that a foul, the second on Ford. Montana State up 57-41, 15-11 to go in the ball game. Caleb Fuller ready to check back in here. Bello will take a seat with the 23 points on 7 of 8 shooting, 9 of 14 from the free throw line, and 8 rebounds.
Yeah, Jabril usually is a really, really good free throw shooter. 9 for 14 is a little below his own standard. Wouldn't be shocked to see him getting some extra shots this week before they head up to Canada.
They came in 7 of 10 on the season. They have North Dakota coming up on Saturday. That's going to be a noon tip on the air at 11:45 on AM. Excuse me, I said Saturday. I meant Sunday. Sunday at North Dakota. Mid-post left side. Bounce down into the block on the left side. Turn around, fall away jumper. That is short, and Raekwon Battle has the rebound. Trying to push the tempo. Pushes it up to Ford to the left wing. Back to Battle. Wide open. Left wing. 3-ball. No, in and out. Rebound tipped and won by Warner Pacific. Caleb Fuller had a pretty easy board there, it appeared, but and it didn't use 2 hands. Now from the left wing, a 3 is up. That's no good from Eder, and the rebound grabbed by Montana State. Cats with the ball down inside. Leckalot makes the catch, lays it good, and one. What a finish by Sam Leckalot. Nice pass by Ford from the right wing down to the left block. Leckalot stepped under the cup, went up with the right hand, and the reverse layup got hit and was still able to finish, going to the line and one.
And the Bobcats already have beat their season average with 14.5 to play here. 59 points on the board here tonight, and that's a good sign. That offense had to get clicking. Their high is the 70 points at Long Beach State, and I think that's in trouble.
Free throw is good. 12 points from Leckalot. Montana State leading 60-41, 14:25 to play in the ball game. Warner Pacific with the basketball. Cats have doubled up Warner Pacific in the second half, 14-7. Dribbling out on the left wing, Miles has it. Bounce into the post, left side. Turn around, the fall away jumper, too strong. Rebound grab by Leckalot. Out to Ford on the left sideline. Moving out to the wing, into the left corner. Battle pumps the 3, drives the baseline, goes to the cup, lays it good, and one. Slick take, weaving in, and Raekwon Battle scoring, and one on the left block.
Really nice take there by Raekwon again. Bobcats haven't been settling in the second half for jump shots. They're taking it to the rim, they're taking it hard, they're getting it inside to Big Jabril, and they're making plays around the basket. Points in the paint right now. The Bobcats lead that 32-8.
And he hits the free throw. He's been really good at the stripe. 11 of 12 from the free throw line to start the year. That's Raekwon Battle. 63-41, Montana State in front, 13:50 to go in the ball game. Warner Pacific with it over to our left. Miles with the dribble on the right wing. Miles drives into the lane, and a foul before the shot. So they're calling that on the floor. And that foul is going on Leckalot, his second. Miller into the game, Ford taking a breath. Darius Brown getting a breather today. He's battling some injuries. He's had a couple of different things. He had a foot injury during the offseason. He's been kind of playing through it the first couple of games, so get him a little extra rest today. Bounce pass up from underneath the basket, down to the mid-post right side. Extra pass underneath, lefty layup, no good. Caleb Fuller turns it away. Montana State coming from left to right. Lob up, Battle makes the catch and jams it in with 2 hands. What a pass from Miller out of the left wing, down to the right block, and Raekwon Battle skies over everybody to rattle the rim. 65-41, Montana State up. Bounce pass underneath as Warner Pacific works with 13 minutes to go in the game. Contested right corner 3 is short, and the rebound grabbed by Montana State. Raekwon Battle starting to put on a show here in the second half. He's got 9 points. Miller lobs into the post. Fuller on the left block, and a travel. Moved his pivot foot there. Turnover by Montana State.
Yeah, I don't know if he drugged that foot or not, but it sure looked awkward. And a lot of times the official sees awkward and says, oh, he must have traveled. Probably did, but it was one of those things where it just wasn't a nice wide base, nice and low, feet set.
Yeah, Sprinkle seemed to agree with that call while he was watching it, kind of nodded and said, yeah, that was right. Bounce pass over to the right wing. Sasha Lutt with it for Warner Pacific. He almost traveled up at the top when he tried to stop. Now finally gets the ball out of his hands, and they work it up to the top of the key. Thomas Miles crosses over, still at the top, kicks it to the right corner, or right wing rather. Morgan tries the 3, that's no good, but Lekolak called for the foul, his 3rd. 3 free throws coming. Not only is dairy delicious, but it also promotes health as well. Just 3 servings of dairy a day improves overall wellness and may reduce the risk of developing some chronic diseases. It's a quick, convenient, and economic way to make sure you are staying strong and healthy on and off the field. Caleb Tyree Morgan going to the line. Came in 4 of 5 from the stripe on the young season. The first free throw is good.
That breaks a Bobcat 9-0 run right there. Over the last 3 minutes, Bobcats in the second half, 19-7 going to the line, now 19-9.
One more coming up here from Morgan. Couple of dribbles, puts it up with a left-handed shot. That's no good. Caleb Fuller has the rebound. Montana State from left to right. Hand off over on the right wing for Patterson. Slings around to Battle on the left side. Into the left corner for Miller. Back up top side, around to the right corner. Patterson lets it fly. That's good. Nothing but the bottom of the net from Tyler Patterson, hitting his first 3 of the day. Nice to see from Tyler Patterson, who's off to a slow start from 3 a bit this season, but that was a good-looking shot. Up the top, drive to the mid-post, bobbled, got rid of it, out to the baseline, cutting to the cup. That layup is no good out of the hands of Vincent Warren. Montana State the other way. Patterson again, got it! Tyler Patterson, back-to-back 3s. Spreading it around, it had one from the right wing, another from the left wing. Montana State up 71-43, 11:51 to go in the game. Here's the top side 3, that's good. With a hand in his face, Thomas Miles able to put it away. And a timeout called by Warner Pacific, and that should take us to a break as well. 11:45 to go in the ball game. Montana State up 71-46. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
Bobcat Athletics would like to extend a special thank you to town.
Definitely like being up 25, a lot more than 12.
We are back. Montana State up 71-46 over Warner Pacific. 11:45 to play in the ball game. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Bobcat basketball.
Ladies, I want you to know I see you. Thank you, Billy.
We are back at the brick. Keaton Galogly alongside Brian Preby. John O'Connor is back in the studio today. Montana State leading 71-46 over Warner Pacific. 11:45 to play in the game. Town Pump is proud to sponsor the Brawl the Wild rivalry series between Montana State and the University of Montana. It's all sports all season long. Look for special Brawl the Wild promotions at your local Town Pump, which is coming up tomorrow. We will be on the air at 11 a.m. for Brawl the Wild tomorrow afternoon. Battle on the drive, got bumped and traveled as he tried to cut. Just kind of lost his balance there. So a turnover. But boy, Brian, tomorrow's going to be a pretty crazy day with the Brawl the Wild here in town.
It is. Boy, howdy, I tell you, it's going to be cold. Hopefully that cold weather plays well for the team that wants to run the football a little bit more than the other.
Warner Pacific with a basketball over on the left wing. Up to the top, back to the left wing, off a screen, the three is up, that's no good, and Miller fights for the rebound and wins it. Montana State from left to right, and off over onto the left wing. McMahon going to the rack, righty jam! Oh my, Patrick McMahon, what a slam! That's one heck of a take. 10 points for Patrick McMahon, taking his man off the dribble and jamming it home with one hand. Bounce pass underneath, layup's no good, loose ball tipped and out of bounds. That'll stay with Warner Pacific. Patrick McMahon had a little bit of an extra word or two for his man underneath. Kind of looks like Danny Sprinkle went up to the official and said, hey, I'm going to handle that.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get teed. It's a veteran official, so he let it go. But I'm pretty sure that's Patrick McMahon's first game in double figures as a Bobcat as well. So congrats to him.
Warner Pacific with the ball to our left. Cats up 73-46. 10:30 to play in the ball game. Out to the right corner. Here's a three up. That's no good. And the rebound corralled by Caleb Fuller. Montana State slowing it down, moving from left to right. That was the 29th three attempted by Warner Pacific. Here's a topside three. Jed Miller getting it to go. First points for Jed Miller. Congrats to the young freshman from California, who was a heck of a scorer in college, or excuse me, in high school rather. He had a 62-point game in high school at one point.
Yeah, he can shoot the ball, and Danny Sprinkle's given him a couple opportunities. 2 possessions ago, he had the same play called, and Jed picked up his dribble instead of looking to attack and score. That time, he heard his coach tell him, be aggressive, and he found a way to get open and knock down that three.
Now, you like to see that kind of in-game adjustment. And when we're talking about these guys kind of ironing out what they're going to be, that's a perfect example of figuring yourself out, figuring out what the team needs you to be. Right-handed floater is good. Ooh, that was some touch from Cade Baker for his first 2 points. Only averages about 2 a game, but that was a hearty finish. Montana State leading 76-48, 9:45 to play in the second half. McMahon on the drive, righty finish on the right block off the spin move. Patrick McMahon feeling it now. He's got a dozen. Man, he's got a couple different ways he can score. Interested to see how it continues to play out against some of the bigger, more athletic competition. Raekwon Battle misses a left wing three, and Montana State has the rebound. Miller slows it down up at the top. Cats up 78-48, 9:20 to play in the ball game. Miller off a screen, buries the right elbow jumper. Jed Miller starting to show off the stroke. He's got 5.
And the Cats have had 7 different runs tonight of 7-0 or better. And they're on another one right now. Their ability to score in spurts, they've made their last 9 shots in this basketball game.
And now Miller tips it free off of Warner Pacific. Bobcats basketball. Nicely done by Miller. Montana's Ribbon Chop House has been serving Rocky Mountain communities for over 20 years. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. We hope you'll be our guest at one of our Montana locations soon. Montana State with the ball. McMahon on the right wing gets fouled. That was Cade Baker just coming in almost like he meant to draw that foul. his first.
Yeah. Something they've been doing a little bit all night is when the Bobcats have hit that high post guy, they've tried to go in and slap at it and move for it. That time they got a little too handsy, and the referee makes the call.
So Patrick McMahon heading to the stripe. You're talking about how cold it's going to be tomorrow. They did say it's the coldest game day in game day history with the way it's going to start, but it is a dry cold. That's going to help.
It'll be sunny, it sounds like. It should be all right, but
yeah.
But it's going to be cold, especially for the people getting out there at 5 a.m. or whatever time people are going to be out there.
At 3 a.m. it's going to be 4 degrees tomorrow.
Ooh-wee.
Toss over to the right wing. Please don't catch hypothermia. Right wing 3. That's no good. Montana State grabs the rebound. That was Ford with it. He spins off a man to the backcourt. Keeps the handles. He's going right to the cup. Righty finish. Got it to go with a spin off the window. Robert Ford, coast to coast. Give him 9. 82-48. Montana State on top. 8:15 to play in the ball game. And a foul up at the top of the key by Jed Miller. Yeah, it's supposed to be sunny. Should be about a little over 20 degrees at kickoff. So with the sun, a little over 20, that should be okay.
Hey, that's summer. Call it good. I'll guarantee you're going to see linemen out there with short sleeves and nothing special on. It's big boy football tomorrow. Boy, that's going to be just an absolutely fantastic scene inside of the stadium and in and around the stadium parking lots.
Both free throws good for Cade Baker here. Montana State up 82-50. Just over 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Cats got 23 points from Jabril Bello. Here's Miller, a topside 3, and he rattles it home. Jed Miller finding his rhythm. He's got a pair of 3 balls. Give him 8 tonight. 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. Montana State up 35. Backing down. Morgan turns, shoots. No, excuse me, that was not Morgan. That was Reber. And he draws a foul. A foul on McMahon, his 3rd. We'll take a break. 7:52 to go in the ball game. Montana State 85, Warner Pacific 50. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. See every pulse-pounding, buzzer-beating play in astounding detail with a patient experience that's second to none. Experienced doctors and advanced technology, Vance Thompson Vision, the official LASIK and cataract surgeon of the Bobcats, is your home for laser vision correction. Learn more at VanceThompsonVision.com. 7:52 to play in the ball game. Montana State up 85-50. Going to get a shot to see some of the kind of second string and younger players so far. How about Jed Miller showing up and showing out? Only his 2nd career game at the collegiate level. Got his first career points today. He's up to 8, so 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting, pair of 3s, 4 rebounds and 3 assists. That's some nice work by Jed Miller getting his first extended minutes of his collegiate career.
Yeah, and that's what these games need to be for. You get up 35 points and you get an opportunity to see what some of those young players can do.
First free throw is good. Reber at the line for Warner Pacific. And I mean, just again, we sound like a broken record, but with how difficult this schedule is in the non-conference, you got to kind of take advantage of these. Next free throw is good. North Dakota's up next on Sunday. That's going to be a noon tip on the air at 11:45. And then the tough Northern Classic with 3 games in 3 days over Thanksgiving. Out from the left wing, here's Miller on the drive, floater no, got his own rebound, goes right back up, that is short, rebound tipped loose, and grabbed by McMahon. Kicks out to the right wing forward, lines up the 3, no good, long rebound, and it's out of bounds to Warner Pacific. But games over that Thanksgiving weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, UNC Greensboro, Quinnipiac, and Middle Tennessee. Those are going to be some nice matchups.
Yeah, that's a really good mid-major tournament. Greensboro, Bobcats went there, Danny Sprinkle's first year, and hit a half-court, three-quarter court shot to win literally at the buzzer. So they've played those guys before. They are really talented.
Righty layup is good. Alex Germer, his first 2 points.
All 3 freshmen that have played tonight got their first points. Luca, Germer, and Miller all got some points there, so that's good. Get that out of the way.
Yep, for Germer, the Sentinel High School native in Missoula, left corner 3 is up, and that is no good. Montana State has the rebound. He's probably not talking to some of his friends. Miller, left wing 3, got it. Third 3 of the day for Jed Miller. Double figures for the freshman.
Third Bobcat in double figures here tonight, and that's good too. Take that back. That's a 4th Bobcat in double figures. Wanted to see a little bit more balanced scoring as the offense starts to go.
Miller rips down another rebound too. He's not just filling it up with points. McMahon into the left corner forward. Back to McMahon. Up to Miller at the top. The Cats up 90-52. And then a hand check foul on Cade Baker up the top. His second. 6:22 to go in the ball game. Montana State up 90-52. But yeah, Greensboro, great team. Quinnipiac, very strong. And Middle Tennessee, all very, very strong.
Yeah, all really good teams. And you're on neutral courts there, so you're not going to be, dealing with home crowds at least. It'll be interesting to see how the Montreal natives come out for U.S. college basketball.
Free throw by Miller is no good. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And Warner Pacific has the rebound. And then that trip will actually extend. We will go straight to Southern Utah after that. Right wing 3's no good. And we got a foul underneath the basket away from the ball as they were trying to box out. On Montana State, charged to Robert Ford, his 3rd.
Yeah, you're looking at a 5-game road trip in 11 days across 2 countries and 3 states. That is a big boy trip, but that's, again, we said it in the pregame, but those are kind of trips that really bring a group together. There's a lot of new faces on this roster, and even though they've won a league title last year, these new faces have got to be contributors to making that happen. First free throw's good there for Warner Pacific, and you got 10, 11 days. You had another 7-dayer that you just came off of. That's what's got to set the tone to get you ready for league.
Next free throw is up and good. They both fall for Dakota Reber. Yeah, that's the life of the mid-major level. You got to go out and get some of those pay games. You got to go out and play some of these tough contests. It's hard to get people to come to your place. Montana State with the ball. 6 minutes to go in the game. Cats up 90-54. Germer inside, got blocked, trying to turn around and hook it up. Loose ball is won by Warner Pacific, moving from right to left. So Cats' next home game is going to be December 8th against St. Thomas, a team that just went up to D1. Jed Miller is steal, intercepting that pass, throws ahead. Luca to the cup. No, put back, yes, and 1. Alex Germer getting it to go. He'll head to the line. Germer's dad over on the Montana football coaching staff, so he'll be in town by now.
He might have even got special permission to sneak over and check this one out.
Maybe. Got to go incognito. Can't wear any of that rusty color. Free throw is good.
Maybe a little ESPN Plus action in the hotel.
Maybe.
Yeah, Bobcats have done what they needed to do here in the second half. 47-20. They came out. Jabril Bello scores 6 quick ones to just set the tone, and then they just take it out from there. And at the rate they're going right now, they got a shot to go triple digits tonight.
Up 93-54, 5:30 to go in the ball game. Warner Pacific with the ball, up at the top of the key. Miles into the lane, got shoved, lays it up, no good. Easy foul on Germer, put his hand right in his rib cage and gave it a shove. First foul on Germer. But really, once the Cats are kind of through this trip out to Montreal and then to Southern Utah, then it kind of calms down. You still have Arizona looming on the schedule on December 20th, but that stretch in December, you play December 8th at home against St. Thomas, December 10th against Omaha, December 17th against Northwest Indian College. So you kind of calm down a little bit as that free throw goes up, and then after the Arizona game, Christmas break, and then Big Sky play starts. So it's really difficult early, but they will have a breather before conference play starts.
They will, and they need to figure out rotations. They need to figure out roles. Got to figure out who's your defensive stopper, who's your sixth man off on the perimeter and on the front line. You've got to figure out who's going to do the dirty work, who's going to. It just is what you got to do in non-conference, and it's the great thing that non-conference in college basketball lasts about 6-7 weeks. You got plenty of time to figure a lot of that stuff out.
Germer, top side. That three's no good. Rebound tipped, won by Patterson. He turns around and puts it back up and in with a left hand. 7 points for Tyler Patterson today. Cats up 95-56. 5 minutes to go in the game. Don't forget, we've got the banner unveiling coming up after this game. We will bring you plenty of that today. Left wing three is good. Banked home. Morgan kind of laughing at himself, but counts the same in the stat sheet.
Yeah, they don't draw pictures on the stat sheet. You make it or miss it.
95-59, topside three balls up. That rattles home. Jed Miller ran hot. Career day for Jed Miller. Nice introduction to this young man. He's up to 14, earning some more playing time with this kind of performance.
Yeah, it's good for him to get some confidence in that. The challenge is you got to do that against Division I competition. Warner Pacific wouldn't win a game at the Division I level. Not any disrespect to them, it's just different level, different competition, and for them to, for players to play against the next level competition is a key element.
Into the right corner, Gazales. Takes it out to the right wing. Toss up the top. Luke on the drive. Hands off underneath. Tipped and a foul before the shot. I mean, yes, it's against the lower competition, but shooting place, and those were some good shots.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. 3:56 to go. We're sitting at the First Interstate Bank broadcast position. Montana State coming up on a century mark. They're up 98-59 over Warner Pacific. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield. Bozeman Come On In Hotel and Suites is a proud sponsor of MSU Athletics and the Montana State Alumni Association. The Come On In allows you to escape the ordinary while enjoying their numerous hotel and guest room amenities. Visit ComeOnIn.com to book your stay today. Montana State up 98-59, 3:56 to go in the ball game. Jabril Bello put up 28 on 7 of 8 shooting. And the second leading scorer is Jed Miller, 14 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from downtown, 7 rebounds and 4 assists. Look, Miller's not going to have 7 rebounds against the higher level D1 competition, but you still just like the nose for the ball.
Yeah, those are amazing numbers, and the more important number of all of those is 0 turnovers. And as a point guard, taking care of the basketball, that's your first job. So 4 assists, no turnovers. It's going to give him an opportunity in practice to show he can do it. And I would imagine somewhere on this next road trip, he'll get a little bit of a look and see if he can continue to make it happen.
Germer hits both free throws for Montana State, and Miller's done all of this in 14 minutes. So, yeah, and that's how it goes, right? You know, you're at the bottom of the bench. Okay, well, you get an opportunity, take it. You get an extra little more opportunity. You just keep pushing out, earning an extra minute here and there, and all of a sudden you find yourself on the floor in crunch time when conference play rolls around. Miller into the post for Germer, and he got fouled as Gorski kind of grabbed his arm, although Gorski's kind of licking his chops. I think he got bumped up at the chin while Germer was trying to get his hand out.
That's a tough foul to take when you take the punishment, but that happened. Germer's showing his nose. I mean, he was a prolific scorer in Missoula Sentinel, and he has showed his nose as well to find a way to score here in this second half.
First free throw is good for Germer. Give him 8 points with one more free throw on the way. And the Cats up to the century mark. This free throw is good. 102 points for the Cats today, up 102-59. Germer now with 9 points, so he's got 9. Miller has 14, McMahon has 12, Bello has 23. Yeah, Warner Pacific almost turned that ball over, but they're able to corral and keep it up top. 3:20 remaining in the game. Montana State up 102-59. On the drive into the lane, turns, hooks it out to the right wing. On the drive, runner in the little lane, that's no good. And Montana State has the rebound. Miller head up across the timeline with 3 minutes left. Over to the right corner, here's a three, that is good! Carter Ash, the Bozeman High native, doubles his career point total.
And right there, another assist and another rebound for Jed Miller. He's got an outside shot at a double-double. If he can snag 2 more boards here, that'd be unbelievable for the freshman.
And a travel on Castillo. Montana State basketball. All right, good to see Carter Ash, sophomore from here in Bozeman. 105-59, Cats up.
Every single Bobcats played and every single Bobcat has scored, so that's a good thing as well.
Miller again. No good from the top side on a 3-ball attempt. Warner Pacific grabs the rebound. Montana State up 105-59, 2:25 to go in the ball game. Working his way down. Shot off the glass on the right side, no good. Ash snags the board for Montana State. Ash up to the top. On the drive, kicks into the right corner. Gonzalez works his way left, throws up to Luca. Hands off for Miller. He's got the dribble beyond the arc. Gives to Ash, back to Miller, around to Luca. Pumps the 3. Working on the left baseline, backing down with the dribble. Puts it out to Germer. He's on the right wing. Up to the top, 5 to shoot. Ash to the wing, 4. Ash, topside contested 3. Short. Rebound, Warner Pacific on a bounce. They're moving from right to left. Wisham into the lane. Picks it up, kicks to the left corner. Here's a 3. Got it. Sasha Luke with the bucket from downtown to the left side. Ends a 10-0 Cats run. Montana State up 105-62. Miller with the dribble up at the top. The 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Germer turns into the lane. Righty hook, no. Got his own board. Back up, no. But draws the foul on the contact. And Germer will go back to the line. He's got 9 points.
It's kind of fun to watch these young guys. They play a lot and they practice hard and they practice a lot. But you get in the game and the speed of the game and what it takes, the energy you exert, you can tell they're tired, boy. You got Miller with his hands on his hips, Ash, hands on his hips, Luca, hands on hips, Germer's cheeks, if they were any redder, he'd be on fire. It's a good thing for these young guys to get some extended minutes here. They're all going to play 6-7 minutes, and that's valuable experience. You just don't know. 35-game season, obviously you can work your way up the depth chart, but the other thing that can happen is a guy can roll an ankle. They could miss 2 games. Like, just so many ways that you may need to be looked upon to contribute. You got to be ready to do so.
Free throw by Germer is no good. He'll light up another. Germer was a 24-point-a-game scorer at Sentinel High. Next free throw is good. Splits the pair, give him double figures. So Germer up to 10. Congrats to Alex Germer having a nice day today. 106-62, Montana State on top, 120 left. Righty layup falls in on the other side for Warner Pacific. Don't forget, we'll bring you some of the banner unveiling in our post-game show today, unveiling both the men's and women's banners today. Miller out to the right wing. Here's Luca for 3. Short. Rebound. Won by Warner Pacific. 61 seconds to go in the game. Montana State up 106-64. The 3-ball the other way is no good. Airballed it. Again, noon tip-off on Sunday at North Dakota on the air at 11:45. Unfortunately, I will not be doing that game. Hunter Plant will be filling in over there. Toss out to the top. Round to the left corner, Gonzalez. He tries a three. That's short. Luka grabs the rebound on a hop. Backing down, mid-post right side. Leans in, floats it. No. Got his own board. Put back, no. One more rebound, back up, no. And Warner Pacific has the rebound. Out to the top. And that pass knocked free by Miller. Running in transition, and he's able to slow down. The bench almost tackled him. No need to score here with the shot clock off. Nice job by the Cats to kind of slow him down. All right, Montana State takes care of business. They win 106-64 against Warner Pacific. Jabril Bello leads the way with 23 points. 5 Cats into double figures today, and some big firsts for some of the freshmen deep on the bench. So Montana State does what they need to do, and now we get an opportunity to celebrate some championships from last year. But first, we will take a break before we get into our Ribbon Chop House postgame show. Montana State wins it 106-64 over Warner Pacific. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
country in order for us to keep our players here in the summer and to make their best student athlete experience possible. I want to thank the Six-Man Club. 27 wins was great, but there's always more to have. Right? There's only one time to be greedy, and that's when you get more wins. I want to thank you, Bobcat Nation. I want to thank all the players, okay, former, current. Okay, it's all a family. Okay, and we did that for you guys. Thank you guys. Go Cats.
All right, Danny Sprinkle talking to the fans and talking about everything that went into winning that championship last year. Pretty special, and nice to see that fresh banner up there, Brian.
Yeah, always good to see numbers and banners hanging, and now the women get to put theirs up as well.
Not quite done yet. So the women will be next. We'll take a break. More of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show coming up. Cats winning 106-64 over Warner Pacific. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
They're both preseason favorite to do it again. Football's trying to do it tomorrow. It's just an unbelievable stretch of success here over the last 3, 4, 5 years for Bobcat Athletics.
All right, let's go ahead and catch our delivery of the game presented by your locally owned and operated McDonald's of Montana. Brian, got a lot of options, but who do you feel like delivered from Montana State today?
Well, I think you got to give a little bit of a nod to the freshman there, Jed Miller. His stat line's phenomenal, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. He's now the second leading three-point shooter on the season for the Bobcats, and he may not have a game like that this year. Maybe he will. We'll find out. But as you get an opportunity to honor a freshman like that, I think we got to do that.
So yeah, Jed Miller in about 15 minutes today ended up putting up 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. We'll take a break. More of the Ribbon Chop House postgame show coming up. Cats win at 106-64. This is Bobcat basketball from Learfield.
In preparation for Cambridge tomorrow.
Now the crowd's really going loud.